The Flaming Lips there, Do You Realize? And we have a special guest in the studio, Dr. Amanda Hellman from the Carlos Museum over at Emory. She's the curator of African art, and there is an exhibit now currently on view called African Cosmos Stellar Arts. And Dr. Hellman, welcome to the Voice of the Arts.
Thank you very much.
So this show went up in January, and it's running all the way till June 21st, so plenty of time for folks to come and check it out at their leisure. However, one thing that Emory does is you guys are really good at coordinating events to coincide with your exhibitions. What's happening this week?
We have a lot of programming this week. Marcus Newstetter, whose work, Chasing Light, is exhibited in the exhibition, is here for an artist residency. Marcus will be doing a program tonight with Adam Rudolph, who's a jazz composer and percussionist. He was a protege of Yusef Lateef, who introduced African instrumentation to jazz. Tonight there's going to be a musical dialogue between Adam and Ralph Jones from Spelman College, and they'll respond to Marcus's intricate drawings, which he does through a microscope.
Whoa.
And then he will respond to their sound. So that's tonight at 7:30 p.m. in the reception hall. On Friday, we're having a big public program at 9 p.m. on the quad at Emory, which the Carlos Museum backs up onto the quad. And Marcus is going to be doing a big light show and performance. And we ask everybody to come and get involved. And all I know, I'm not sure of the details exactly, but we've ordered 9,000 glow sticks and glow-in-the-dark bouncy balls and lots of gauze. And so I think it's going to be pretty amazing. We're going to turn out all the lights on the quad. And so it should be pretty incredible. And then on Sunday, he's going to reveal the work that he's created from these events.
And that's for the Friday night event. That's free and open to the public?
It's free and open to the public. We invite everybody to come.
And you can go on to carlos.emory.edu and get some more information. So you're the curator of African art, and what you guys are showing now is kind of the influence of celestial happenings on African art. How did you come up with this concept?
This is an exhibition that came from the Smithsonian Institution, from the National Museum of African Art. It was originally curated by Chris Kramer, who's the deputy director and chief curator there. And I know she talks a lot about her passion for astronomy and for the sky, and wanted to look at how we explore our relationship to the cosmos. And has looked at ancient Egyptian through traditional and into contemporary art across the continent.
What were there some things when you saw the body of work together that surprised you, that you kind of didn't expect to notice? Or
I think what was so exciting was the way in which we set up this dialogue, this conversation among ancient Egyptian through traditional African and all across the continent, from the Democratic Republic of Congo to Mali to Ghana and Nigeria, and the way in which it spoke and contemporary artists responded to that material. Of course, we all have this relationship to the sun, moon, and stars, and the way in which people conceptualize their universe, I think is fascinating, because some of it is quite literal. The Egyptians had solar discs sort of everywhere. And in other cases, among the Luba, for example, it's more abstract, where they have a triangular symbol that you see in body art, you see on baskets, you see on carvings, you see in the beadwork, that demonstrates the rising of the new moon. So the idea that the new moon, when there is no moon, there's this potential for danger. But the moment that it begins to wax, the moment it begins to grow into a full moon, that's a moment of celebration, because there's the potential for light and there's the potential for enlightenment. And that's, of course, a much more abstract way of looking at the moon than a very literal example as an ancient Egyptian
That
work.
does sound interesting. You can compare and contrast the different groups and areas of such a huge continent. And it goes up to contemporary art, did you say?
And it goes up through contemporary art. We have several works by South African artists. We have a work by William Kentridge, who's probably the most well-known.
I love William Kentridge.
Marcus.
Is it an animation?
It is. It's 2 parts of a 7-part series.
Okay.
So we have Journey to the Moon, where he looks at the artist's process, the artist's creative process as a trip to the moon, and his little mocha pot takes a journey up to the moon. He also, it's adjacent to a work called Day for Night. Kentridge had an ant problem one summer, and he decided to get those ants to work for him. So he put sugar in different patterns on a table, and the ants came and collected the sugar and carried it off. And he reversed the film and inverted it, so the ants were white and the sugar was black. And so you can see these constellations form in the film. So it's quite lovely, and it's very much inspired by film noir and Georges Méliès, and so you have that sort of playing out as well.
Well, folks, I've been speaking with Dr. Amanda Hellman from the Carlos Museum over at Emory, a fantastic resource here for art in Atlanta, Georgia. And African Cosmos Stellar Arts is on view now until June 21st. And there are some great events happening tonight and Friday, and then this weekend. Be sure to get over there. Friday sounds like a bit of a party, so and lovely weather we've been having, so I'm sure it'll be a great time. And Amanda, thank you for coming in. I've really enjoyed talking to you.
Thank you so much.
We're going to go out with one from Tony Bennett, who is Lost in the Stars.